What's going on, Make Movers? Hope you're doing well on today. It is a great day with beautiful weather where I'm at least. And so today I want to talk to you about something. Early in my career, I kept making the same repeated mistake over and over again. I made this mistake so many times and left so many people upset, and I wasn't growing from it. Initially, I didn't recognize what I was doing wrong, but I could easily see and discern that people were getting frustrated with me. As a person who struggled early in his career with trying to make everyone happy, I didn't like the pressure and the disappointment that came with upsetting people. I've always been one who overachieved, and there's some good and there's some bad with that. But I kept making the same mistake repeatedly and just was not recognizing that I was doing it. Usually when somebody makes a mistake, somebody points out to them their mistake and the error of their ways, and they aid them with correcting it, or they themselves work hard to try to correct it. I had neither. No one was pointing out to me the mistake I kept making. And to pause and to insert, they may have been trying and I just wasn't listening. But I can definitely tell you, secondly, that I was not correcting the mistake that I was repeatedly making. As my career progressed, through self evaluation, through empowering peers and mentors, it began to be revealed to me what I kept doing wrong. And as someone who takes pride in his craft, it was hard to embrace when being told that I kept making the same mistake over and over again and that it was becoming detrimental to my progress. I am happy to report to you that I have done a whole lot better in this area, almost to the frustration and the begrudge of others, but it's so therapeutic for me. I built it up. Now you're wondering what mistake is that? I'm so glad you're asked. I'm so glad you're willing to listen, and I'm so glad that you are intrigued. Here is the mistake that I continued to make early in my career that some of you are probably still making today. What's that mistake? Always saying yes. Yes. Always saying yes. Let me say this to you, listener. For those of you who are committed to making moves, for those of you who are committed to your craft, for those of you who are committed to doing exceptional work, every answer cannot be yes. It just cannot be. It absolutely cannot be. Listen to me. Every answer cannot be yes. Every answer should not be yes. If you're always giving yes as your answer, you are an over appeaser, not an overachiever. It means that you are uncomfortable and you are unwilling to tell people no because you are fearful of their reactions. But listen to me. Every answer cannot be yes. Every answer should not be yes. And if every answer is yes, that means that you are going to leave a lot of people upset. Take it from me. I've been there. I've done that. I've always said yes. You need me? I'm there. Yes, I'll do that. Yes, I'll do that. Yes, I'll do that. Not counting up the calls, not considering other things, not considering familial commitments, not considering parental responsibilities, not considering spousal responsibility, always saying yes. And here's what happens when you always say yes. You eventually have to call someone back and change the decision that you made. You have to rescind what you committed to doing because you did not factor in that you're supposed to be somewhere else. And there's no way the calendar nor the time is going to allow you to be in two places at one time. When you always say yes, also what happens is people get so used to you always saying yes that they stop asking you. They just automatically sign you up to do it because you always do it. Every answer cannot be yes. I've been very fortunate and blessed in my life. I've been asked to be a part of some very important boards, locally, statewide. Some of you can attest to this. And I love doing civic work. I love serving my community. I love being considered. It is a great honor. And sometimes it's an ego stroke. Let's be honest about it. But here's what I started experiencing. When I serve on boards, I'm not a rubber stamper. So if you're asking me to serve on a board, I am coming with questions, but I'm also going to come with helpful solutions and teamwork. So if you want me to be on a board or even consider being a part of something, I'm not the one you come to if you want somebody just to be a rubber stamper. That's not what I do. I absolutely will not do that. I also don't play the politics. So even if I'm appointed by one party, I'm not going to be anybody's token or nugget. I'm going to come to represent, to serve, but also to do it from a standpoint of integrity. If I have to vote on something, I want to make sure that I have done my due diligence of asking all of the appropriate questions so that when it's time to vote, I am voting based on having full information. I am not voting because somebody called me and asked me to vote a certain way. I'm not, again, be anybody's token. I'm not going to vote because they expect me to vote that way. That's not what I do. Now, why am I saying that to you? Because when you have a standard, you can be well received or easily resented. But when you are well received, your name is then thrown into other pots when they want you to consider serving in other capacities. And if you're not careful, you will find yourself serving on so many boards, and yet you are present everywhere and impactful nowhere. I'll say it for you again. When you're serving on so many boards, you're saying yes to every invitation, you are overly extended. Guess what happens? You are present everywhere, but you're impactful nowhere. Coming into this year, I am slated to term off of two boards that I've been on for a long time. I've served well, I've enjoyed doing it, but my time is expiring. And I've made this commitment to finishing out those terms effectively, but I'm not going to replace those boards with new boards. I am going to take time out to serve on the remaining boards that I'm on and to breathe. And here is why. Because when you're always saying yes, is another thing you must know. If you're always saying yes, that means that you're in the way of somebody else getting a chance to actually serve for the first time. So I feel now my responsibility, and same for you, is to thrust somebody else out there in the forefront and give him or her an opportunity to be seen, to be heard, and to serve. But when you're always saying yes, you're in somebody's way. When you're always saying yes, you're preventing somebody else from having a chance to serve. When you're always saying yes, you're not giving somebody else a chance to be mentored and experience the great opportunity. Every answer cannot be yes. Every answer should not be yes. And if all of your answers are yes, I am challenging you to look in the mirror and ask yourself, why am I always saying yes? You're not an overachiever. You're an over-appeaser. You're too afraid to disappoint people, so you will overcommit. But on the back end of your overcommitment, guess what happened? You disappoint people because you can't be everywhere all the time. COVID, for me personally, with all of the uncertainty that came with COVID, here's one of the great things that came out of COVID for me. It slowed me down. It allowed me to tap back in at home. It allowed me to be more engaged intentionally into my children's activity and helping out around the house, going to my kids' extracurricular events and things of that nature, and really enjoy being there and actually physically, mentally, emotionally being present in that moment. Not there physically, but on my iPhone. Not there physically, but looking at my watch, saying I got to do something else, but really being tapped in, enjoying the moment. This is possible because I've stopped saying yes to everything and to everyone. And I've stopped worrying about them getting upset with me. Because if I'm always saying yes to them, then I am beholden to them. And therefore, they in turn believe that I owe them something. Now, I'm not telling you not to serve. I'm a believer of serving. Believer of serving. If you're in the church, serve your church properly. Serve your place of employment properly. Serve your community properly. Serve your family properly. But you can't say yes to everything and everyone. It's unrealistic. It's absolutely unrealistic. You're one person. You are absolutely one person. And if you are committing to multiple people, you're one person, which means how are you as one person going to fulfill every other person's expectations and obligations? You're going to come up short. So my conclusion for you It's very simple. Step back, reassess and reevaluate, and ask yourself, have I overcommitted myself to things that I can't fully fulfill? You may be like me or like other people where you enjoy the challenge, you enjoy the pressure. The more work, the better you feel. You love deadlines, you love the pressure that comes with deadline. I enjoy that as well. But it's not realistic to always say yes, because when you're always saying yes, the person whose assignment it really is for never gets a chance to step up and step in because you're in the way. Help somebody else be given a chance to serve. Help somebody else be given a chance to allow their gifts to be in rotation. Stop saying yes to everyone. Sometimes say, you know what, give me a chance to think about it. Do your own research and figure out, is this really what I need to be doing? But if you're already overextended, why are you adding more to your plate, adding more to the table, adding more to it? It's not about resume building. At a certain point in your career, you have to come to the realization your resume is impressive enough. Adding one more thing is not going to change anything. At some point, you got to be honest. You are doing all of this for your own ego, for your own stroking, for your own branding. My grandfather would always say, "Don't believe your own hype and don't read your own press." And I'm saying to you, if you're doing all of this overextending because you want to be able to sell yourself in places, then you have a greater, deeper issue than I can even help you with in this video. But I'm telling you that it's time out for you always saying yes, because when you always say yes, that means that people now will put their expectations upon you. You're going to come up short, you're going to disappoint them, but you're also going to block somebody else from having a chance to actually serve. I am overly grateful for the people who in my past thought enough of me that they considered me and put my name in for a job or for board service, whatever it may be. But I'm also grateful that I have matured in life and in my career to be able to say, this is not my assignment. This is not for me to serve on. But I will offer some names of some people. And I'm saying that to you. Stop always saying yes. Stop always saying yes. Every answer cannot be yes. Every answer should not be yes. Listen to me. Every answer is not yes. Learn how to say no. It is very therapeutic. I sure hope this helps you out. It's hard to make moves when you're overly extended. Hard to make moves when you're afraid to say no. It's hard to make moves when everybody's controlling your calendar and you're not controlling your own calendar. I encourage you to visit the website www.strategicinflectionpoint.com. There you can learn more about the business, about our administration offerings. If you see anything on there that will help you or think it will help you in your career advancements, personally or professionally, send an email, reach out. I would love to be able to offer myself up to serve you in this capacity and help push you and propel you to other levels in your career. Consider it an honor. I would ask you, if you haven't already, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Every time a video is uploaded, you will be notified. Also, share these videos with other people that you think it can help out. These nuggets are things that have helped me in my career, and I know it will help you and others in yours as well. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great day. To the next time we see each other again. Remember, make moves, not announcements.